chat's going crazy.
You have one more chance.
Okay, Boom on defense.
Boom back on this defensive
Full
side
sense on attack.
as well, so we'll see if these
Let's see what
composition
bangers Turbo
changes
gives
are
us.
going to be better for Boom, or if Full Sense are going to be able to reenact what they did with JFT. John Olsen, of course, pivotal, but he wasn't the superstar when it came towards that series, so we really need to see the rest of the team step up that they were kind of doing at the tail end of last map. Right now for PDC, though, by himself, needs a bit of assistance to trade for Famous.
Nice trade.
If he's able to get a second here, it might be a little bit dicey.
No one.
Obviously, we've still got that position from Sushi Boys. Is a long way from.
Dude, I was trying to look at his crosshair placement here to see what his idea was, because he was never gonna hit that shot unless they like jiggle peeked.
Down by John Olsen.
Did he hit the shot? No, he can't. This is the thing.
Yeah, this is the thing with just Neon. Why the hell is anyone meant to kill that?
Certainly doing it.
Yeah,
it's only a
especially on pistol.
They haven't secured this round just yet. They need to get that spike planted.
Not adapting to the meta.
It's so hard.
Like
it is so hard to kill Neons.
But still being pretty powerful.
Leviathan, right outside breakable, going to be able to hold the line, and it's nicely done. They do trade it out though. Shiro gets one back, and he now picks up.
Where
the
are we
sheriff.
on the
He's got to deal with
pistols?
this pesky little member.
Boom got 2, then it was 1-1, so it's 3-1.
Shiro, you need your teammate to assist you.
They just need to keep him entertained here. Yeah, great shot.
Looking like 3-2.
Nice little fall away from Sushi Boys, exactly. And now Berserk's is going to be caught on
Okay,
an island.
3-2 for the pistols. It's
And
not too
Full
bad.
Sense, they open up very nicely here on Lotus Komodo, but they need to, again, carry that momentum. They can't just find a couple of openers and then fall away.
Yeah, they didn't get any pistol rounds.
See another Neon Masterclass,
JFT,
probably.
But they did answer back immediately when they dropped that first pistol. So we'll
It's actually crazy that I don't think Boom has played Neon at all this tournament. Or maybe this year, actually. Yeah. They're kind of the Gen G of this tournament.
Yeah.
See how long it goes.
It'll be interesting to see like what teams can get away with that next year.
I'm
not sure.
I'm
not sure you can get away with it. Unless like you're a legit team in every other aspect. It does look so easy to just abuse at the moment, Neon.
Yeah. Just get away with so much more.
It's too hard to hit when sliding.
All down to timing, but it is just this lesser equipped by.
I know the Korean fans. There's like they're split half and half between trying to hate on Texture and Gen G and supporting them because they claimed that they felt that you didn't need to use the Neon. You just need to learn how to shoot them.
Okay.
Yeah, and Texture like had interviews where he's like, yeah, I think you just have to get used to like how to track the Neon in their slide, and we think that's fine. And obviously they didn't do well at champs, so
yeah, that's not the best time for that to happen after saying that.
No, yeah. And then watching this, everyone's like, nope, like the Neon's too strong. You should have used it.
Yeah.
Kind of just play this one on the nose.
Yeah, it's hard. I get what he's saying, but it's like I need to see it.
Yeah,
I need to see a Neon consistently get shut down in the slide for me to get on board with that. And maybe they were doing that in Prax, but
I think they did it in Pacific, but once Zekken came online, it was like all over.
It's different. Once there's a breach done, every single time to support it, it becomes different.
Cracking open the entry points for his team,
and so far so good.
What comes down to this bonus now, right?
Yeah,
weaponry's good.
It's what you want to see, right? If you've been having a couple of shockers in your last couple of games, you need a good.
Yeah, they got a great bonus, man. It's basically a buy v buy.
Sometimes it actually can just be one bad agent, one bad map, right? You can bounce back in the next one, and it feels like for John Olsen so far in this tournament, you're going away from the Neon, which you actually surprisingly have adopted extremely well to find the space, to find the kills, to get the first bloods, to trade things out.
And it looks like it's going to be pretty brawly here.
Yeah.
Already holding that spray from NC Slasher inside the tree with the Odin. And that's John Olsen taken down already, an important member here. This is just a weapon that can do so much damage. He has to fall away. He's actually caught by the fault line, but he can
you got out of there. You can now spam this back, of course, because once you've lost the first wall, you get another spammable wall.
They are stuck in the tree for the moment with nobody actually able to spot them out. If you are Shiro at the moment, you're not popping up that toxic screen. Aggression smoke though to come out from PDC, so Full Sense definitely realizing
the weapon.
The fact that they
I don't think they
themselves in anymore.
Oh, Sushi Boys' catch could be so big. It is. That's a free
we're not going
entry
to talk about the
towards the side here, Komodo. They do have the Nano Swarm that can still be popped. There is still a little bit of extra control from Berserks, but Obviously with that door
Massive
opening,
jaw.
if he
This
can
is
find
a
Sushi
massive,
Boys, there's
massive
something for
jaw.
him, but he's just going to dance the dance.
It's so
juke
awkward.
the doubt, the old
Ah, and then they split
do-si-do.
over towards
And
C,
now
so you
they're
actually need to
wrapping
stay
in towards
alive.
C
He
here,
at least has the
Komodo,
alarm
because
bot
they
of people
know
pushing onto
berserks.
him.
He's stuck, man.
Wow,
He's
Sushi Boys is doing
interested.
bits.
He's entertained as Sushi Boys. He is dining right now.
Time though with the spike planting down, does afford Boom to get the rotations to this seaside now.
I've never heard a door spin so much in my life. He's just keeping the focus there in one position. This is such a tough retake now for Boom.
Bruh, it's pretty much an impossible retake with this Killjoy staying alive.
They're sure that a flank's coming in, right? Are they going to even invest into this round? They're leaving it really
Oh.
late. NC
Oh
Slasher
no.
will
Not one
be
of
able to
these.
at least find one. Now they've got to pick up the pace here. They're onto that. Gravity Well isn't going to be able to
No,
catch
the
here.
Grav Well
NC
missed.
Slasher still onto it, but that's great timing. Great awareness from Fox.
Okay,
And it's going
so
to be
good.
more than enough.
Oh, okay.
Massive bonus round.
Holy hell.
Massive statement
That
from
worried
Full
me.
Sense. And they can
I thought they were going to have
continue
full
this
confidence in it,
train
but
right
definitely the
now.
comms came
And
out, but that
station
might not be
is
hitting.
still a long way away, Komodo.
Yeah, really rough for Boom when they start to take the battle
Set
against
up.
Sushi Boys and the Guardian manages to
It's,
find the kill, right? You go from a
it's
4
been a
versus
while
5,
since people have
see
used
really
the-
awkward shots come around the mound and you just know
the
Astra
Astra
there's only one player playing over there. Let's just go for a bit of a rotate. So poor old
Dude, what a
Shiro
round
mix,
from
and
Sushi
Fame
Boys.
was caught out as well. I was thinking to myself, that Gravity Well, that star location looks a little bit too far away from the spike, and it was. So for PDC, I think you need to be reeling that one in, no pun intended, a little bit more.
Pun definitely intended, but Sushi Boys and Fox, players that have been relatively absent, they're returning.
And those were the two that were leading the charge when it did come over towards Lotus previously too. So you want to see them have a good delivery right now. To and from around the map. Couple of shots out for sure for Full Sense. So all accordingly going to the Tyres plan.
Finally reading the script, Full Sense. It's not letting any gaps open up. Fame is going to be taken down quickly, you'd expect, sure. NC Slasher, a great shot on the Sushi Boys. But John Olsen's able to get the trade.
Of course he gets out because of Neil.
A long way away right now. PTC should be able to clear. Gonna hold on
Yeah,
to
their
that
money's
line.
gonna be crazy good. Nice
Interested.
shot.
Great shots. But Leviathan to deny. 3
Right.
alive. And Full Sense continue their tear.
They can definitely snowball this as well. They got the
Come
ults
through
out.
for
I
Full
don't know
Sense
how
in
many
this map
ults Boomer
compared to
got,
the
but I
other
feel like
two.
they got
Great
no
start
kills. They
at
can't
the
have any
beginning,
ults,
really
right?
needed. Propping
They got
John
one.
Olsen up to take the space, having Sushi Boys find impact on the lurk, the team piecing together where Boom are playing around the map as well, and you know you've got these little tricks that Boom are going to try and throw into the mix when it does come to this defensive side for them as well, with the one-ways, with the positions, with the haunts that on the timing they're going to try and throw out, but for right now, none of that really feels weighted for Boom. So they'll start to change up their approach now that they've got the weaponry back in their hands, but immediately for Full Sense, up the guts of mid.
Oh, Shiro! Dangerous play! But it works out for him.
At least the Fatal clears everything.
But hey, at least
That was
Shiro
nice from
managed to
him.
find those
Bro, this
two
guy's
kills.
really
Now you can
talented.
start to simmer as Boom. 3 versus 5. Remember, we've seen in this tournament so far, in a game, in a series, a 4 versus 5 conversion absolutely obliterated every single time, right? Don't let these leads be dropped.
You grab the opportunity, you can't let it slip away. ETC, he's been peppered down here. The Caesar's got to catch. There is no way. How
What?
has he gotten away with that?
He's
the
in a
face
tether. Is he not 1
of the
HP during all
nightmare?
of that?
And Fox finds Zespi as well. 5 versus 3, Mitch. I just mentioned it. You can't be dropping times
that's
like
right.
My
these.
God, and he can't
Doesn't get
can't
the right
swing that,
timing
even
there,
though he
Leviathan.
knows the plant's
manages to
there.
get away.
He thinks that someone's
NC
going to be
Slasher
holding
can
it.
get onto the line
And
Famous
they
the
just won
operator,
around
exactly the weapon to
3v5,
do it. I
especially
think
with
so
this
much pressure
luck
is
all the
gonna
way
fall
through
onto,
B.
old NC
That kind of
Slasher.
secures it.
Horn up. It is available to pop into tree if he needs it. Look how hesitant they are.
Oh, he's on top
Komodo.
of it.
They're
Oh, but he
so
goes
scared.
heaven.
And you think an agent like Fade, right? You look into those eyes and it's like a demon in the night. But Leviathan, he lives.
Yeah,
he
and he's got to
breathes in the
save as
shadows.
well.
That's
Damn,
where he
bro.
Is made, and it's famous.
How did he manage to
Pulling
do that
away.
in a tether?
NC Slasher had to get 2 there in that tree pop as well. That would incentivize Famous to get back on in. Well fought back, well dug back round for PDC as well. I mean, you're exactly right. How, when he's caught down to 1 HP from the decays as well, that he's able to pull away with 2 headshots. Were they not looking at him? It was off screen. You know,
Right, he got
they
2.
come back from that though.
Yeah.
5 versus 3 now in favor of Boom. Conversion goes.
Let's
and they
see.
immediately call a timeout. And what do I hear in the
Wow,
crowd,
that's
Mitch?
impressive though. Those nice shots.
It's nothing. It's silence.
Yeah, he's 1 HP the whole
gentle
time
golf
though.
clap for Full Sense. The tension in this arena is so high, you could cut it through with a knife. And boom, they've
a
already
rough
called their
timeout, man.
Right? This is so
But
early,
5-0 down,
rounds
you
in.
got to go for an eco. You're probably
It's
6.
the opportune time to do it, right? Not let them get too far out of your grasp.
You know, looking
If you're
at
falling off the side,
all
you're
the
falling
best of
into the
fives
darkness.
this year,
Lotus is a
Yeah.
bright
I started to think that it was
brimmed
better
with
for teams to
opportunity.
stack the later
And for
half
Boom,
of the draft
opportunity is about closing this one.
in case it has to go all the way, so then
the
you
Boom
can gain the
fans out
momentum
there
for maps like 3 through
Can
5.
say that
Yeah.
they've done well
And I thought that's
in the
why it was weird that
deficit
Ascent
on
was
this
picked
map
first,
to
but
push
now
us
looking
into
at
the
it,
overtimes from
all the
3-9,
remaining maps are
right?
neon maps for full
But
sense.
so far,
Okay.
there's not
Yeah, and Boom
a
doesn't
chance
play
of getting to
neon.
3,
You're telling
it
me
looks
there's a
like, right?
chance.
Full
I'm
sense
telling
are
you
playing
there's
with
a
the
chance.
rotations,
Okay.
playing with the utilities,
Okay.
getting into their face,
It just
catching
dawned on me, like,
timing
looking at
as
how this is
well,
being
but
played
the
out.
neon is providing them to
Yeah, I mean
throw a
that's
spanner
what
in the works of the speed.
that's what they did in the Americas Ascension, right? They had like
Hmm.
the kind of the best 2 maps. They had a trap play
Leave
card
it
on the
too
4th
late
map, and then they had the
for your
theme that the other
journey
map
back
doesn't
in.
play for the 5th map.
You start your pilgrimage
Yeah, yeah.
with so far.
All you got to do is get 1 map in the fast
Got
3, and then
to
you're kind of
be
plain sailing.
resilient.
Might be the play,
Got to
honestly.
have that
Get all
Yeah.
the
resolve,
nerves
that
out,
passion,
like
that
you kind of
drive.
accepted the
At full
defeat, and then
sense,
once you
they were so
just get them so
quiet,
nervous
but
once you win that
finally
first
they
map,
played to the crowd.
and they
Exactly.
got
Finally,
like
they
good
threw
full
out to get a
confidence in their other
reaction,
maps.
and they got what they asked
Yeah,
for.
if you think you
Yeah,
have like
a
better
5-0
maps in
start
general,
as
then for
well,
sure I
playing
think
on
that's
back of
probably
it.
the play.
The timeout
Yeah.
here at the right time to try and stem the bleeding, but straight in towards the new round. Straight
It's
in
interesting
towards
because you normally
C,
always have that
dropping the
1 map
utilities
that
immediately.
you're
It's
like pretty
actually
sure that
go
you're gonna
time for
win.
full sense
And
right
it-
on
it-
the
it-
John Olsen.
and it's
Wow.
interesting to see like
Give
where
a
people
damn.
put them, like in the
Straight through
order.
with Leviathan
'Cause
and
you would
Yeah,
imagine
yeah.
it's fast,
Team in
but
tow.
definitely
We've been
people haven't been
asking
going
so
for that
desperately,
all the time.
Where is this full
Yeah, yeah.
sense connection? And they found it. They are showing us now. Again, it's still an eco, but I think, you know, it's going to be famous, potentially looking for another save, because look at this flank that's
I
coming
mean, their
in now
after
from
plant is so
PTC.
nice.
Not gonna be allowed,
Every
is
time
it?
they get a
That's it.
plant, and look at the
Try and
Astra.
get some utility in towards the side at the moment, but it's a bit of a stronghold with how full sense are holding it.
Won't count him out just yet. MC Slasher, you know how good he's been. We'll be able to get a re-entry back into this one. John Olsen blinded Famous, looking to get it. Famous. Here we go.
Yeah,
Timona.
but
We could
would
be
you
on
reckon
here.
Astra gets
It's going to
both?
be a little bit tricky with this post plant. They've got the fault line down and PTC's positioning. Yeah, look, it's going to be a little bit too hard here to get back into that one. Famous,
Yeah, at
he's
least
certainly
gets
trying
one.
his best here, but Fox to deny, and all we can really think about just then
I think
is
you're going to be
damage
seeing a
dealt.
lot of this
Cosmic
next year.
Divide still
I'm not
available.
saying it's this comp,
Rolling
but
Thunder
the
still
Astra
available.
Omen,
And
that's
if you're
pretty much
looking
what
at
I'm
how
calling
full
is
sense
going
are
to
gonna be
be,
navigating
I'm not
around
saying
the
meta,
seaside as well,
but
they are
I think it's
planting
like,
for mounts.
if you
They
could
also
pick a
then
comp
can
that
rely
would
on
work on
Fox's
every
utility
map,
with the aftershock,
it
with
will
the fault
probably
line
involve
too.
these 2
You've just
next
got
year.
so many
They're
different
both going to be
pieces of
incredibly
combinatorial
strong,
utility that they
but
can
very
actually throw in
versatile,
depending on the
flexible agents,
situation too.
really.
It's something that I really love about the comp that they've deployed in towards this map, and just the contrast of how quick they can go, but also how disconnected they can actually be together as a team too, right? Because
6-0, and they have 5
These
ults.
little lurks as well and play by his own utility. You've got PDC who can be away from the action.
They certainly let it get too close for comfort, right? Maybe not a chance at the defuse, but frags is a good sign, and now it's Groundhog Day. Seaside entered into. John Olsen, though, he's called the clear. Berserk's up close, but he doesn't want to go in yet.
No adjustment from Berserk's utility as well in knowing that the slide comes through from John Olsen towards Waterfall.
When do they go for it? Relay Bolt comes out, the showstopper from
That's
Famous. He's
nice
actually going
ult.
to get a catch here. That's John Olsen down.
Yeah, and they
Komodo.
got the
They're
Killjoy,
on
and they
lockdown,
didn't
though.
manage
They
to
have
get the
fight
plant.
for it.
Wait,
But
this
they
could
have
be
to
a
get
big
out,
win for
actually,
Boom.
because the 3 versus 5, they're going to turn tail over towards the B site right
Yeah.
now. The rotations are here
Hang
from
on.
Famous and from NC Slasher. It's just
The
the
gas.
Sushi Boys by himself, isolated, taken down. Finally,
That's a good
Boomer on the
reply
board.
here. This was a
We are
really good
so
reply.
back, Britama Arena. Round on the board, and that was a convincing one at that.
Absolutely, and I like, you know, that they give up the site. C is not really working too much for the Boom side.
They only lost
Mentioned it,
1-0.
there's no change of these
It's not the
utility
end of the
positions
world.
starting to come through
It's a big
from
win,
Berserks over there, so
but
instead of going for
it's
a
still
challenge
pretty
there,
easy
most
to
of the
recover
chaos
this.
sliding in
They've
and
got
going in
4
for their own
ults in the
layering. Play
rounds.
the
If you
strength of
win it,
your own.
resets
That's
them.
your team. Wait for them, play with them, get these crossfires, get these shots in together, and then as soon as
Dude,
you
full
make
pass and
full
aggro
sense
over towards
question
A.
what they want to do for the round, you've already laid the trap.
Oh
Love
boy.
going quick, don't they? And they're in there straight again. A little bit of an awkward catch though here. Despy, he went really, really far forward, but
Wait,
just opens the
instant
door, happy to
Astra
get
ult.
out. NC
And the
Slash kinda
Astra
trapped in a hole.
ult blocks
Yeah, and
top
if he
of
gets
B,
overwhelmed by
blocks
John
here,
Olsen, that
blocks
could have been
stairs,
problematic,
blocks
as
back
now
at
he's been
A.
seen, but
Wait,
he's just
what?
Found 2 through the wall. Famous to Fox,
Wait.
and for PDC,
Wait,
it
what?
doesn't matter if you're disconnected from your team.
He's
because
playing an
your
Odin
team
there.
dies,
I mean, it's really
you're left in a
strong.
1 versus 5.
Stoic in his moment. moment. Isolation, he thrives. NC Slasher.
I can't remember what stream it was where I talked about
affair.
having like a double Odin here and here. And you just perma spam this, you perma spam anyone that goes close, and they can just never, they can just never get closer to you. And then you could break the door as well, so then when this guy reloads, you could always be checking it. I don't know, man. There's some stuff you can do with the Odin that's just way too much.
Your full sense though, and now you've lost 2 in a row. Are you opting to
The
take
Odin
time
guy,
out for
yeah.
yourselves
I mean, he
as
kind
well
of
to stop
perma use.
any
This is the
momentum
guy that
that
buys it
might
on
have
attack
been
all the
built from
time as
Boom?
well, right?
Wouldn't be a bad idea. Of course, this little time that's been given for PDC just to be left to his own devices in this 1 versus 5 can actually be used as a free bit of a timeout for the players to talk amongst themselves if they want. They don't necessarily need a coach input. They can leave that later on if a comeback starts to happen.
And look at the respect being given to them by Boom as well.
It'll be an insane passing strategy.
The money's decent for full sense. They can have
I
another
think the
offense. You're
Odin's
exactly
really
right.
good,
Just
man.
take the time to let
Like, I
it
think the
settle
Odin,
down for a second.
I think the
I'm gonna
Odin's
see
so
them
good that
decide
you
to go
don't.
quick again, right?
I think you
Because
can have
talk
a few
about
of
these
them.
pace changes after a
We saw
timeout,
it
after some
on
rounds.
Ascent
You
this
wanna try
year,
and catch
in
your
the beginning of
opponent
this
off
year.
guard.
That was more
Right
because it was
place,
against the
right
comp you're
time
playing.
can
But I
still
think
be a
some of the way
problem,
that the
though.
maps are laid
Extremely
out, you
observant in that round,
have
right?
some double
NC
Odins
Slasher
going in.
is at the right spot to get the big old spray down.
Fast worked once, twice it's failed. Will they continue that trend?
Well, that's it, isn't it?
Oh, man.
You like the idea of the shoulder
Wait,
pick,
I mean, he
but you
doesn't even
unlike the
realize
idea of a
about that
lineup
other
for
kill.
Full sense.
The Odin just so strong, right? Those
Yeah.
walls are paper thin.
But as I said, right, it's only 2 rounds to come through from Boom. Have an idea. Did you have enough of a discussion just then to be able to answer on back? A quick little take over towards Rubble and a good reveal, actually.
This guy got fade-eyed, so they at least know that he's close.
Calming down completely. A little bit more fear in their eyes.
Did he actually hit him a little
Space
bit?
to be taken from Boom, however, but you'll start to gather some information if you are the defender side. With the Prowler, you've got 3 players stacked over towards this side,
That's
and
the
just the
spikes.
spray through the smoke. It's unwarranted.
Where's a good fade-out? Do they send it with it?
They might actually
Okay, I take it back. I don't like the
fade.
fade-away.
Nah, just a scare tactic
That's
to get
all
them
it
on
is.
now.
They
Get rid
get
of them. If you're
info at
looking to
least,
try and
but they're
funnel
kind of
them
going to
down
use
towards
that
B, where you've
info.
got the
At least
strap
like that
plate,
when he
kinda
does
like
this
the front
ult,
with Toxic Wall to
he
come up from Shiro.
insta-rotates,
You gotta
knowing
hit
that there might be an
as well,
instant
technically,
reaction.
but it's actually going to go over towards the other side on the map, which is C.
Bro, they're
You
going to
have a
run
really
into the
nice
site
action
here,
from NC
and there's going to be an
Kill
Odin
over
at the
A,
back.
immediately booking it over
It would have,
towards C.
if they actually
Trying
went
to
for this,
play
it would have
with
been
food.
one of the most devastating
They're still
things
so
ever.
unsure about
I mean, the
whether
Astra's
one
going to
will
one
enough
pass
as
on
well. Maybe
fake.
they're trying to
Wait, what are we
stick
actually
here.
doing on the minimap? Even I don't know what they're planning to do. Everyone's going everywhere. The Neon's been back and forth.
So you got to have something come through from one of the other players. You need to have PDC almost play with you at the moment. 30 seconds to try and draw more players to this C site, but it's not going to happen right now. Boom are not rotating.
Throwing out that relay bomb.
Yeah, dude,
Now
they
they're
are
really
not
trying to
buying
get
on
in here.
this.
They're relying on it all. They found the pick.
Give me the
Necessity.
Omen
Can he be
Jaws.
the
That's where the
hero that
spike
they
is.
deserve? No. Continuing forward will be Leviathan.
this is
so
nuts.
They're so split
So
up.
the
It's gonna
2v2
be
over
2
towards
1v1s
A,
opposed to the other
they
side
managed
of
to
the
win
map.
it
I
out
think
on
Desserts.
attack, and they get a
He can
plant.
just
And now
keep
we got
interesting here.
2
It's gonna be so
separate
much
1v1s.
reliance.
And because PDC is playing Astra, he can put stars down onto the spike and still
That
have a
is
bit of an
incredibly
impact. It's all
unlucky.
on the Berserks, but actually it's all on the fight. There might actually be on the
Dude,
side
you got to show me
itself
the A
now.
fight at one point.
The
There's
pit
Pit.
goes down.
Yeah.
He's going to pin it all down here. PTC is just way too far away.
He heard him.
Leviathan just needs to try and buy enough timing. He's called the bluff for the time being, but he needs to call it for even longer, because as he wraps in, that is going to start to connect there.
He's seen it, not defused.
That's it. He's got the
Damn.
info, and that's the pit denied.
That's huge.
Destroyed. PTC, the timing. It's enough, and Berserks, he's called it.
It's the
Doesn't
round.
want a part of that at all. That is
What
the
a
round
weird,
secured
weird
for Full
round.
Sense. And my God,
This turned
this
into
is
one of the
thinking
weirdest
mode
rounds
that I
ever.
just want to very briefly touch on Leviathan, the youth of the team, the newest addition, and to have that level of composure in a moment like that is just insane.
Playing to the numbers at that point in time as well. You know that you've got reliance on PDC if you need to with the gravity well to buy a bit of time. He had already started to make his rotation over towards the A side. I had my eyes so keenly prized on that A fight here for these trades as well, because that was literally the crucial
Oh,
moment
is the
of
Omen flash
the
that won him
round. It was
out?
2 versus 2 in that scenario, and Leviathan, not only did he clutch the round, but more importantly, he made sure that the trade was going. They still paranoid it. They still cleared it, even if they've not got an idea that anyone's there. They're making sure they're not giving Boom opportunity here.
Not as quick either. Happy to take mound control, but that's all for now. They've got the lines locked down here. Famous is just
Even the balance team have at least tested some Odin hubs. I have no idea. I would like to think they've at least considered some Odin
Timing
hubs.
on the door was absolutely perfect there. They managed to get the 2 frags.
Yeah, this was
found.
nice.
PTC tag
CBD
low, but it's not
fall.
really going to matter. Now they call for C. Going to go in, and it's going to be denied. John Olsen. Can he continue? Inside this dark cover.
That was great. We had someone to cover this up as well. They look pretty drilled on this map.
And NC Slasher in a 2 versus 3, which might actually be a workable
The
scenario.
problem
The
is...
first one is found. The second as well is gorgeous, but utility
Whoa.
Zespi for the
Whoa.
trade. Mitch,
This guy wins some outrageous rounds with the Odin, man. Don't think they should be winning this one.
Player advantages for Boom. This time, they come back from a player disadvantages because they're quick in for the retake.
What I was going to say is that the problem is, and it's still relevant, the problem is this comp on defense for full sense is going to just be a complete gamble.
It's just such big impact time and time again, and just how he was able to set up that for the trade, it's just perfection from the man.
And needed as well, right? You're looking at that 9.
Because they got no info initiator. They're never ever going to be able to clear anything. Especially these two, right? The pressure here on defaults, like if you do an A default and you do C default, they're just locked into like the most passive defense ever. Whoa! Whoa! Wait, that was sick,
is
man.
A momentum changer.
Damn, bro.
Dude,
this guy's really good.
Yeah. And as far as I know, he's the IGL of this team as well.
Really?
They're hurting.
Yeah, there's some arguments for Zespu, but the info that we got from Riot was that he was the IGL.
Straight down the barrel of it. Imagine the difference if Shiro doesn't find
John
Olsen
kill,
in
bro.
that spot.
Yeah, he's a bit of a long timer too within the Indonesian scene.
Oh, really?
That scenario, Mitch.
Yeah. No, that's crazy though. What a round.
He shot the neon. The neon messed up the movement though. The neon made it a little bit easier for him.
They have an idea how close they are. The paranoia is primed.
John Olsen out, and he's managed to
Whoa,
get
interesting.
NC Slasher gets one back, and now the
Rely on your teammates to hit the neon.
But that's a little
I mean, he saw the traces.
makes it really awkward, but they can reset from this.
Absolutely. Again, once more.
Bro, these fade ults are...
over at Mount.
As much as I love the Odin guy, these fade ults are not it.
Play with early rotation timings by finding information of their own variety.
NC Slasher in the same position.
Yeah, and Shiro's here as well, but the thing is for John Olsen, with 36 HP, he's still got enough teammates that they can...
It's such a strong pause, this. You insta-shoot the first guy here, or if they start spamming you, you spam back and you're going to melt them.
If they give up a frag...
They're going to clear it. Can't do it.
Oh, that guy's low.
He's right in position. That lockdown will be popped.
Oh, and he heard door open.
They heard it going open. So secluded on the site. Now it's fine.
Rachel.
Is he going to be able to pop it early enough? I think he might have to try. He might have
Oh
to
boy.
He might be walking up into Shiro.
Damn, they got 5, man. I think they can do this. I think they can definitely do this. This full sense comp on the defense is going to struggle.
He has done it once
They have to go
again.
aggro.
Recovery for Boom in this half, but for
They got
full
5 in
sense,
the end.
Enough to still have some
Good
great
recovery,
work
incredible
in this
recovery.
map as well. 7 is nothing to scoff at for them, even if they start.
Bro,
to
this
drop
Odin
things,
pause
even
is-
if the crowd starts to
This
get
Odin
back
pause is
up
so
and
annoying,
at it
man.
right now.
I would
The
love to try
IPs
that
are still
properly in
trying to present
practice.
with them as well.
I wonder
And
how,
that's
because
what
you
they do
always
outside the
like
lobby
can
with
tank a
the
little bit of
timing
spam when you're
of it.
behind
But
that
I think
box,
more
right?
importantly, they
So,
didn't actually pinpoint and focus on John
you
Olsen
could
when
probably
he got in
just be able
front
to
of the utility
spam back
play off
and
the
get
paranoia.
kills.
They let him just go on through to catch the rest in the lobby. How many players would you see, a neon slide past you and you immediately try and get them instead of having eyes on the rest of the squad?
The casters, yeah, the casters are fun, man.
Focus. Some would say full sense for Boom.
These are the scenarios now as well.
The
right?
Odin guy
Your
goes
2
this.
maps
He
down,
uses the Odin
you're
on
in a
attack here as well all the
half-time
time.
scenario, you hear a
And he's
crowd
going to
getting
as well.
ecstatic.
Because they
They're
have a
cheering
neon, so the attack
for a
Odin is
3-0
actually like
for their
pretty
home
legit to
team.
make sure that
Full
the
sense.
neon can't go
They've
close.
got everything against them in this arena right now, literally. They only have the 5 of them on this stage. They only have a coach behind them as well to try and do what they can. But apart from that, right now, Mitch, they are enemy number 1.
There's something primal about it, isn't there? Going back to something simple. The chant, the cheers, the support in this crowd.
Who is going to be SCA #1 team? Who is it going to be? That's what people were wondering. That's what the chat was along the floor from the pre-game. This series, essentially in a lot of people's minds, decides that.
Everyone's minds at this point, Komodo. The den of the wolf. The Lamet Tatang, they say. And this is the scary territory, right? When you've got everyone hungry, they've been starved of rounds.
Surely we're going back into game. What's going on?
That's Natshiba.
Some kind of pause?
Those who don't know, you're lying to yourself, Komodo.
Hey, I mean,
Surely the winner just loses to SBG?
he's probably the
I kind of agree with you, but you still have that percentage.
John Olsen, though.
You still have that percent, and if Boom have the crowd behind them and SBG get a little bit nervous,
talking about and highlighting, they never pushed over towards Mount
some madness could happen.
But right now, Boom have the correct read. Hey,
but I agree. SBG
can take the deeper space. They can set themselves up for essentially full sense are attacking this spike now.
Super weird, right? You know, Full Sense could have potentially put the accelerator down.
But we've seen some mad stuff
clear
before.
Out all of rubble, all of the tree as well, because that's time that goes in Boom's favor.
They've got it now. They know where exactly they should be.
Here comes the hairy take.
Okay, so they lose everywhere, they take over towards heaven, and honestly this 1v1 duel at spawn's going to be pretty interesting. Oh, the timing of that was awesome. The people on tree go, and then this one guy pushes through the smoke late. Hey, that was nice. Yeah, that was really nice. And like I said, with this comp, they kind of have to go a little bit aggro, so I like that they're doing on pistol early. Because if they start doing defaults, like they don't have any info, so they got to at least fight all the time in one of these. I mean, you kind of have to do that anyway on Lotus majority of the time, but this comp means you have to.
No exploration, a little bit further.
Like in Heaven didn't really do much, because they didn't give him anything, right? There's no kills here. And like this guy got the most important kill.
But if you're, wanting to extend it a little bit more, you're going with a buddy. You're trying to figure out, all right, where are they coming from? You're trying to then catch the timing back on your opponents who would generally think you're going to sit on the site that you've got the spike plant.
They're going to change the pace off the back of it, straight down the guts. Sushi boys.
Does he swing once the turret goes?
Prime position for this Spectre.
Oh my.
Following the track,
there was a stun behind it, instant open of the door. They don't want him to let him get the guns. Yeah, they tanked a lot of damage here, man, and they didn't let him get the gun. That was nice. This is a fast, good reaction for what went on. Even on the Neon sending it as well. A little bit bold considering the gun. Could heavily clean up, to be honest, but...
The Fox, he will, and he's absolutely okay.
Yeah, Neon gets involved. Neon really wanted to kill here on top.
And Full Sense continues.
Okay, now we get the buy round, but it's another good, again, for just this map, by the way, for people that are wondering, 2-0 pistol-wise, it is 3-3 overall. So, 2-0 pistols definitely should be their map. Yeah, and Odin guy gets the Odin now.
Potentially rifle rounds. These are the moments in these maps that you need to be ensuring that you're trying to find to establish a really good foot in front of the other right now. So the fact that Full Sense have been able to get those two, now going into a bonus round, which is actually looking pretty good in their gun department. Light shields are up for a couple of them. The space now around Rubble, but look at this deployment from Full Sense. 3 of them are here.
Did they use this pause against them back? That's kind of funny. Whoa, 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 this is cool. The great reactive Teva, but that was awesome, man. The util on this late punish on A was awesome.
To come out the Odin, that can be traced, just like Famers in the air.
Shut down.
And it's pretty nice, right? The go signal is once this guy spots one, and he's like really tucked in, so you know they're committed here.
Decided to fall back very
that was actually awesome.
Well to play with the numbers now. You've got a bit of an extension, but what could actually be this B crunch? A deep alarm bot to keep in check that no one pushes a bit deeper for Full Sense.
Gotta be so careful here, Sushi Boys. He wants to entertain it, but
this is a hard retake. A lot of this is on the Astra. I'm hoping that the Astra hits this and goes back.
That means that you don't have the reliance on these stuns and flashes, specifically the aftershock.
Because I think you got to open door and create pressure from here anyway. A lot harder to defend. Yeah, this is good. Honestly, the Astra might give him a chance here. And he's going to lay open the door when they're on site, so these guys can't help. Yeah, Odin guy is crazy.
is so scary to fight up against. The Leviathan
Damn, look at him go.
It's not good enough because NC Slasher, he watches his back. He will not
He
have the
farms
knife
so
go in and
much.
get twisted.
It is just a bonus at the end of the day to come through.
18 to 10. He's using an Odin only.
All aligned in how they want to navigate back in towards it when they have a bit of a deficit in
Ooh.
the beginning. Absolutely paramount shots to come through from NC Slasher.
Wait,
it's always going to
that's
be a bonus.
ridiculous.
Who well, is now one away from the Nightfall coming in towards this next round. So that can actually be.
So that's how you have to do it, Neon, is it? You buy the Odin.
Even escalating on the.
It is a good counter.
Yeah, it looks like it. I mean, I said they have to go aggro with this comp, and that's definitely that.
Oh, this is just
Trade's coming back though.
It's just a battle in two different places that is kept equal.
What a weird
3 to 3.
what went on here with the buy?
30 HP. So PDC.
And it feels bad because I do think Full Sense needs to keep pushing out and taking fights, but
Yeah, because of the no info initiator, yeah.
But the more Boom just waits, like the more in favor it is, because Full Sense will just get antsy.
You know what that means? You can start to get mound spaces Boom, and you can still get that orb for NC Slasher. You want to try and
they gotta find like a right
You
level.
can follow the traces, which in this current position is really important.
And I think John's Neon is good, but I think this is where the Neon can do a little bit more, right? Like you can actually get info without starting the fight.
Yeah,
and just
I agree.
movement. Yeah.
It's like it's a sick trap play comp, especially like I think one of the most underrated bits of Yuto is like the fake Astra smoke. I think it's really strong. So you could definitely do some like plays with that as well. Like their punish over towards A was awesome. I think they can fall back into those kind of things, but it's just you have to do it off contact or like a turret, and then you're missing info elsewhere.
Yeah. I mean, I think you just have to accept that you're like ditching one part of the map right off the bat.
Yeah. Azine, thank you so much for the 2 months, bro. Thank you so much for that.
I think they've done that on purpose.
13-10 for a scoreline.
Time is ticking.
Yeah, time really important.
Who's the 13 for?
He needs to activate. He needs to clear everything with this outlaw.
Oh, Zesky. Playing it close. Does he get caught by the fault line?
Oh,
No,
there's a great little dodge of this.
To get up in the face of these players.
Odin
He's
guy
an
though.
entertaining fellow, isn't he? Fox gets the trade.
He can't tank an outlaw shot. Oh wait, he can't tank a shot.
Oh. He's got the weapon.
Oh, not bad, bro.
Fox! He will deny, and that is double digits here for
Yeah,
Full
not
Sense.
bad.
They can't believe it.
You've heard of a fox amongst the hen house, but right now it's in the wolf den, and they're not happy about that one. The one at the end to seal the deal, and I was looking at how
what's their
scary
money
PDC
like? Is it not
gonna
just
be. No, I kept
completely
saying about this
destroyed?
outlaw, Mitch, because the
Oh,
remaining
it's
players
destroyed,
didn't
man.
have
The Odin guy
full
can't get the
shield
Odin
to come
out.
through. A single shot is all it was going to be able to take to remove them from the play, and that's exactly what happens at the ends there. So well traded out for Full Sense to keep a grasp on Lotus.
It's like lightning struck the arena.
They go fast, eh? But I think Boom can kind of do this stuff.
I
Yeah, I think all of these rounds are relatively doable. It's a bit of a nightmare that this is out. Like the outlaw is going to absolutely farm them. Oh, okay, no one shot the. This is nice as well.
Now though,
But this is where this comp for Full Sense gets so hard because it's like question mark here. If they went back and create pressure elsewhere, they would just have to completely gamble.
Really powerful position from them again.
So I like this though. I like that they have to go aggro somewhere, and they at least go aggro here. And this guy has an alarm bot that he just picked up, so I guess he's on the rotate. A nice send.
But can they set up for a post plant now if the spike does go down, because they've not been really too successful?
Yeah, and this guy's gonna have to shoot this molly, right?
Does go into position now, and it is going to be popped
Oh.
NC Slasher. He can avoid the rolling thunder.
Oh, he's dodging everything.
Looks at here, NC Slasher, but he misses the crucial shot.
Yeah, give that guy an Odin, he gets 3 kills
They
there.
get back into it. Zesby, my eyes are on you, my friend. Cosmic Divide goes down. Zesby tries to make
he
it
got the
work,
dink.
but it is not
He got the
going to
dink
happen
here, that was
and
unlucky.
That is perfection on the retake. Full Sense.
Kyle
They put
CF,
themselves
thank you so
one
much,
step
man. Appreciate the
closer to
7
the
months.
edge, and Boom
Thank you so much,
cannot
bro.
let
Appreciate that.
themselves break.
Thanks for the prime usage.
Bit of a heart cracker there for Shiro as well on that Sheriff, missing some of the shots when they're not even looking at him. Only the head to be able to hit. The
11.
utility missed on him too.
I'm busy today, Saint. I'm going
Really
gym after
rough
this.
for him in that scenario, but again, just another great retake to come through for the side of Full Sense, catching Boom.
I think we're
Looking
doing
in the
mod
wrong
stack today,
position
right?
time
Are
and
the mods
time
still in
again.
for that?
They're
Like tonight?
around the site. these 5 versus 5 scenarios, these 4 versus 4s are not going in the favor of Boom and how they want to try and finish it. They need more exploration around the map. They need to be finding these earlier kills to get
Yeah, I'm in, says Weber.
getting into these rounds, on trying to get into these spike sites, because they're not finding an advantage earlier on. They're leaving so many angles for Full Sense to come in for these retakes from, to bully in from.
Waiting for me to confirm a time.
A shift of the narrative. Last time.
I'm not too sure, but what time is good for people?
The hero, the sole hero. This time, Boom,
Maybe like
NC Slasher. He's been up there.
6 p.m. my time might work
maybe a
well.
little closer.
Maybe like after I eat.
This is where the team factor is so important. The whole team needs to be here, and when you set yourself up for success, but the structure or the foundation gets weakened a little bit.
Works for you guys?
Okay. For Full Sense to try break that.
There's been no idea from Boom that they've showcased this map 3 times and they're still doing what is weak for them. Not finding space around Mound, giving their opponents the free space to have the forward play. If they try to then crunch back on towards
Still
this
my RR. Dude, honestly, it's a win-win. If I D-rank, I get to trio queue again. We're in a pretty good spot at the moment.
They have not been able to self-realize. So I'm kind of hoping that Meow is able to just invest in this discussion and tell them what is happening over on that side of the map. Because once we've seen Full Sense get advantages, they then just fall back from that position. They're welcoming Boom into a weak spot. Why wouldn't you in a scenario like this?
Right down. John Olsen trying to make something work here, and he's just keeping them entertained at this point in time.
Okay, full back.
Overstay.
Got the backup gun.
Ooh,
He opened the door kind of early, but they're expecting it. Okay, maybe an extra backup gun here would have been nice, but I mean, this is alright.
They're playing by the numbers together to make sure that they can overwhelm him. Now I would like to see them go for this proper mountain.
We're probably going to need to go unrated if we want to find the game.
You
last time you played was Iron 3 years ago. Okay, I mean, we can do that. That's fine. We can do unrated, we can do ranked, whatever.
Shiro's seen nothing come up through towards A just yet. No real utility.
Yeah, we'll just make a call there. Like, I don't mind, whatever.
Together an idea for Boom that it kind of might actually be more tailored towards there.
Braden set up nicely.
Oh, both of them shooting that haunt as well. Gives you an idea
Going
that
in.
they know it.
Great shot from Famous. Now the showstopper.
That was unlucky. It was a nice try. Dude just smashing his head. So he insta got set back down. It was a great breach damage.
20 seconds now on towards this C
Let that slow you down, Komodo.
Crispy, man. Crispy round from you.
I think he's done his part here, Komodo. John Olsen, don't overstep, my friend. Don't get baited. Don't get too excited. The Wolves Den is fierce. And you cannot play with fire. And now going in quick here, trying to deny that spike plant, but they've just missed the narrative. Walking on in. From the shadows is there if they need it. 2 away from the Viper's Pit for Shiro. But Sushi Boys, they are backed up together. They are looking to try and get into this dark cover onto the middle of the site. But he's crossed the line. And that's Shiro again. It might have been an overstep here unless Sushi Boys can be the hero that Full Sense need to try and find that point.
Nice shot. There were some nice shots on this one.
He's been quiet.
Yeah, it keeps him alive.
But he will return when the Undertaker is called for.
The party man has a plan at the end of that one to not overstep, to let his teammate play contact as well, and to watch the other angles in that scenario. I was absolutely agreeing with you for the John Olsen situation there as well. You've got a 3 versus 2. How many retakes have we seen successful for Full Sense so far when they're playing by the numbers? This time, they throw away the numbers. It's spilt around. And it
Force
does
them down to an eco.
for them. Full Sense, they can taste a round 12. But they have to find it without giving opportunity back to Boom.
A little bit of blood in the water. You know, Shark can smell that.
Odin guy's got his Odin back out.
Boom in the coming back.
This time taking space though over towards a rubble instead. Shiro keeping them in check, but you've got a bit of a different idea because of this deeper utility that comes through from PDC. Do you want to call something for your team to come back over here and play one-dimensionally with a Prowler from NC Slasher when the Haunt comes back online? Because he's only got one now.
Ozzy, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the prime. Thank you for doing that. Did I miss one as well? Yes, I did.
Oh, it did get a reveal towards John
What
Olsen.
the? Opal E.
Someone is
Bro, I don't know how to say your name. Opal E La Fan.
Yes, they've still got the
with
star there to
the
utilize.
Prime. I think that's right. Thank you so much, man. Thank you also for using your Prime. Aussie, appreciate that as well. Thanks for the Prime. Also, and Levin _28 with the 10 months. Thanks for the tier 1.
To find it, but the combo utility actually.
Thank you so much, Levin. Thank you,
Famous
thank
now
you.
at the helm, but that's a great fault line.
30 seconds.
Appreciate the
again.
10 months
They're
as well, bro.
really leaving it late.
Oh, that's near a wall that can get spammed. Oh, that's getting spammed.
Oh,
Oh, it's a stun.
Tries to swing around. They need to try and destroy the lockdown. They need to get in, and it will be found.
Dude, I have no idea why I didn't go for... Well, I kind of know why I didn't go for the Killjoy over on the corner, so it can actually get the back and doesn't give them a safety net.
Now this is a roughie.
It should have been around in their back pocket, but now they have to try and do
It's
something
also
special.
like...
Relay bolt for
It
John
was pretty
Olsen
risky
doesn't
to use this in
quite
the
catch,
eco.
but it will in the end. He is
There's been a couple of those.
Leviathan now has to be the hero again. The clutch man. So many omens are able to do this, but not.
You would time out here, right? They got a timeout, I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
that rushed lockdown from Sushi Boys, man.
Yeah.
That's so unfortunate. I think that just
over
drew the rest of the team there to keep trying to
scenario,
defend
I
it too.
actually did miss
Yeah,
that
pretty much. They were kind of
combination
committed with
utility
it.
to destroy
They
the
have done a few of
lockdown.
these where
That
it's
gives you an
like
idea in
eco
this, that it's
or-
more than just the
and
metagame
then
that
it
comes through
seems
from full
like-
sense. They have forward
It
thinking.
seems like the score's the other way around when you're seeing those ults, and it's like desperation.
Bird's eye view. They are expecting
Right.
that play to come out from Boom. They have an answer.
Now
They
there's
had a
timeout
great
for it
fault
too.
line
Yeah,
to go
it's
through to stun
costly.
them on up as well, but it was just numbers that stared down the barrel. There was one target on the other end, and they find it. This is the situation that we start to get a bit of a taste in our mouths of how Boom came back from the 3-9 deficits to push us into the overtimes.
It's the MSG in the air. Delicious. They want the fight. And I think we can give the time to that. Hey, Komodo, it's the moment for it.
I'm doing the Phoenix emote. I'm hands up in the air with the big bug eyes. You want to know why? Because it's a what is happening? I love it.
This is Valorant that tastes like real Valorant.
We can follow what's happening, but it's also for the home crowd here. It's like a Boom doing it. Are they gonna come back?
Yeah, I
They
did
could.
Credify.
Yeah, they
I like it.
absolutely
It's a
could.
good
You know,
game.
This is the thing where it's that continued indecision, that hesitancy, the scrappiness that gets pulled out of full sense.
Yeah.
When they're looking good, they're looking great.
They did hold on to their timeouts for this reason, though.
Correct. They need to reestablish their football.
Absolutely.
Every single time it's the same thing where
They're
they
going into
realize
a
and
round
then
such
they're
as that
like,
one as
oh
well with
no.
Not too much of the weaponry, so they'll see if they can look to get back in towards this next one as well. You're getting an idea, though, that in the beginning of these rounds, you're kind of doing what you need to do against a team like Boom as well. You're taking either rubble space, you're taking either mound space, you're being a little bit passive over towards the B side.
Okay.
This one, though, you are
Oh,
on the
give me
left
that
side
sound.
of the front squad. No full
Here we
buy.
go. So we go
No
aggro
goal.
A with 4 people,
Find one,
and
What a position from Zesty.
yeah, the Odin guy
Is he actually
goes
getting some back, though? He does
down.
get punished in the end. Leviathan
Ooh.
needs to try and find something, but it won't happen. And now Sushi Boy's a long way from home with just a sheriff.
We've
Did they
questioned
mess up
this
their
whole
buy
time, where is
before?
Famous
Wait,
been?
how can
He's
they've
not
had to
adapting to the
low
meta.
buy
He's not
twice in a
getting
row?
front. It's okay because Zespy got in front
I
this time.
think
Famous
because
is
they
there
were
for
like
the
half
trades,
buying.
And Sushi Boys 1-on-3.
So now they need to save it for a full buy.
What was the round before? Not the same?
You can hear what it means to
What did
this
they start
crowd
with in
right
this
now.
round? I actually didn't catch it entirely.
Yeah, no, I think they had
Another
3 guns
step
on this one. 3 guns
forward.
and 2 sheriffs.
Oh.
But one of them,
Rounds, the
2 of them were
difference here,
guardians.
Full Sense was so
Maybe
far
there's 4
ahead
guns.
of this curve,
Either way, they
Komodo.
definitely did like a low
And
buy
then
into a low buy, so that they kind of messed up a
Weird.
little bit round
This
before, I
Yeah.
think.
arena can be so
Yeah. I guess they
claustrophobic when
didn't
you
count
can
it all the way
see a
through.
whole crowd around you as well. You turn your head, you look
It might have
up,
been from the
you
timeout as well.
feel the
Maybe
pressure.
he,
You
maybe
can
he
feel
said,
the vibrations in the
"Do we need to
floor
get
from these
an
chants
op
as
out
well.
or an
And
Odin out?"
unfortunately for Full Sense,
Yeah,
they
Odin
don't.
out.
Yeah, actually,
The
yeah,
biggest
because they
chance
could have,
of
yeah, they
them.
could have gotten like half armor and all rifles
Yeah.
for sure.
They
Yeah.
wanted to get Odin out back.
Terrify you. John Olsen caught. Famous the same. Fox though. What an
Wait,
aftershock
what?
to boot, now punished.
Was Astra suck
Back to a
into
3-on-3 as John
into
Olsen will
breach
be felled.
damage?
Yeah, that's a
Or-
really nice aftershock to come on through, actually. Removing Famous, who just came away with the 3K, removing Shiro as well. You rely upon him to come out with a little bit of these later positions, to be able to just
Did he get
isolate these angles, to
2?
hold them together as a unit when it comes into these positions. But a 3 versus 3 now for Boom to try and establish a plant. And I'm looking towards Fox with the ultimate. again holding on to it for quite a significant amount of time.
Astra
before a
stun.
retake like this to get
Reckon it was
that point
Astra stun
where you can use it.
into the breach
Can
damage.
he
Yeah,
be
it might
the
be Astra
libero
stun.
of Karasuno?
You can combo them both,
It's
but I
coming
doubt he
out now,
comboed
that
them.
rolling thunder.
Good timing on that smoke for Zespi.
Team now going in, trying to engage. Fox continues his tear. They're back in main. They've got the post plant utility.
Big jaw.
Zespi,
Oh, it's
will
nice
he
getting
be
around the
broken?
corner here.
Another little bit
Big
of
1v1.
information thrown out by Fox. They have to try and get onto this defuse now. The spike
Now
will
what?
tick. Zespi can deny. And now Sushi Boys
He
can
thought
get
he
it
got
to
off.
half, and he will stick.
He thought he got
will
off.
do it.
Damn, and he had the crowd going wild. Realised that they were sticking.
How does he do it?
So he had to try
No
swing
jump
early.
spot peak to come through
Holy.
from Berserks. No jump spot peak to come through from
Three-
Zespi.
yeah,
A 2
this guy
versus
needed to
2,
jump
a
peak.
stick on the defuse because time was bought to get it towards half.
He's not
Mitch,
wrong.
What environment did Sushi Boys come from? Tier 1. They say pros don't fake. He
Crystal,
wants to
Crystal,
go
what's
back.
up, bro?
No
Crystal, congrats, man.
fear.
Congrats on the
So
Ascension win.
close to being broken, Komodo.
Thanks for the 9
Imagine
months, bro. I hope
spirits. If Boom were to come
I
back,
hope the team
to
search goes
have
well.
the
I don't
confidence
fault
to
Zespi
stick
there,
that as
but I don't know how
Sushi
you
Boys, but the
feel.
pace is going to be sent out again. They are looking to fight.
It's
Because
yeah,
Yeah.
the guy B main has to like jump peak way more, like for sure.
Oh, you mean like prior? Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
In a row for Boom.
And then
How dare you
I don't know,
utter
'cause you get
those
the kill.
words,
I'm gonna
Komodo.
say him
you
for
think
this
the guy's
round.
got
I'm
off
all
basically
for it.
as well.
Scaling up though, early through
Yeah,
now.
I mean, I think you just have to assume that he gets off on the half.
Yeah.
The swing's kind of rough there anyway.
Yeah, no, the swing on your HP you lose
Taking
no
rumble
matter
control
what.
this time to get some early information. If there's any
Yeah,
potential pivot
in
back.
my mind there, like the fault is the
Couple
B
of
main
goals
guy.
against for Boom now that could really
Mhm.
afford them some entry into that site and some security as well.
But again, no mistakes can be made in this current situation. Do they get in their own heads or not?
Certainly looking for it now.
Yeah.
Sushi Boys trying to take such an open line too.
Another round where the time could really go
shit.
down to about 20 or so seconds before they decide to go on in, try and set
Dude,
phases
everyone's
up
using this
with the
Phantom, man. It's
showstopper.
nice.
The execution. Now is the time. Where's
Uh-oh.
Famous going to look? The question, the answer is nowhere.
Insta pivot to B with that
Gets
kill.
one back,
Breach.
making it winnable. There's a chance
Ooh.
here because
Nice
there's
shot,
a second.
dude.
We talked about when Berserks would activate. When would the Fury come out?
What is that?
He was looking for it. He wants to scream to the crowd. A roar out. As he looks for more.
Whoa,
We
guys,
aren't done
chill,
just yet,
chill,
but
chill,
Sushi
chill,
Boys
chill,
looks
chill.
to bring it back. Berserks has to be the hero in this round because Leviathan is looking forward. Can't
Ah,
quite
the
destroy
Killjoy's
that
doing
nano.
everything.
That's
Yeah, he's
gonna
got
keep
another
him
one as well.
interested as NC Slasher
Reliable
finds
Odin guy.
another, and Leviathan, he
What is
wants
this
no
third shot?
part
That
of
second
it.
shot, very impressive.
Berserks
Third shot, I'm pretty
is
sure he's just straight up
here,
running.
And the rage is too much for Full Sense.
Pockets are starting to bleed dry for Full Sense right now as well, so priority on this Vandal into the next round.
Yeah,
I was
that's true.
saying it, time
He's
is
right.
an
Money-
issue once
money is
again
kinda
for Boom.
low.
Is it going to undo them?
So they
But
gotta.
they shift on
This guy's
through
gonna get a
towards the
1,000.
B-side, a massive
You got 2
entry
guns
opener
into this.
to get onto the
We got
site
this
as
guy
well. They
banging a
don't
gun,
find
you got
that.
this guy
You see
saving
Fox
a
set
gun.
himself up to
2
deny
guns, and it's
entry
gonna be like
and
a
to
sheriff.
deny
They might
a
not even get
potential
light
comeback.
armor.
There is one answer for Boom.
Oh, they got Neon ult.
Overtime.
Yeah, give me this
The
third
only way
shot.
They can do it.
So now you're saying it.
I love a
Damn,
comeback. story.
that's
illegal.
that's
Sorry,
stupid.
You're playing
That's
not
so
neon and
stupid.
you're running and you're getting a shot like
I mean, he
that.
doesn't stop.
I told you, man. He's beat his chest. He's screaming. He's raging.
Here we go, though. This is the bled dry round for Full Sense on the back of what John Olsen might be able to achieve with the overdrive. PDC given the Vandal. I like again the Boomer just playing a little bit more reserved.
Yeah,
They
like
don't
we
wanna be
said, it's
running
going to be
in
pretty
towards the
low.
stack.
Dude, I thought they were going to
Actually,
buy
over
2
towards
guns
the
into
B-side.
it, so
They
they're
hear the
saving a
Vandal.
little bit of extra money.
I think Full Sense really need this round.
So what they actually did is they throw the save gun over
look
to the
at
person that can buy heavy armor.
Let's see. Shift back over towards the A site. Shiro again. Powerful.
I mean, I'm not going to
thing
say what
a
the
Viper can be on
scoreline
map
should
like
be because it
Lotus.
normally goes
They really
wrong.
play with the timing
But
of this wall up
you would
and down.
imagine
Once more, the
that it gets
timing
to it.
goes over on Mound from
got the
Full
info.
Sense. They have the info that it's not C. They can rotate over towards
They
A
opened
because
door
they
of
opened the
C,
big rotate
cleared
door
all of
and no
B,
one
and
was
to
home.
open the
So
door
they know
here, you're going to have
exactly
full
what's coming in
info.
right now, and
If
you know what I'm
Boom
expecting
send this
when they
into the
start to
site,
scale
this
in.
is incredibly
John Olsen
risky.
is going to get electric.
Ready for it. It's his time
Well,
to shine now, Komodo.
it's incredibly risky.
The Seize is going to go in, and it's the catch potentially, but John Olsen, he's been punished, and it's Berserk.
Yeah, respect, man. Everyone. I thought they were going to try flood more into the side itself, but they wanted to let them take it and then fast flood in.
And immediately,
Okay, one more
onto
chance.
the screen, pointing, realizing
Oh
what
boy.
has happened here,
They got
there,
Killjoy all on
everywhere.
defense.
If there is a timeout to come through from the teams right now, he knows exactly what he
they're
has
hitting
to say
some
to
nice
get
shot.
into
Bro, this guy
game
is
without
really
getting us into
stepping
overtime.
up.
If not, the team,
Berserks.
well, unfortunately, they're going to have to realize it themselves.
Back-to-back
and that's
3Ks
exactly what is going
with
to
some lovely
happen, 'cause
shots.
Boom have expended the tees.
Okay. One chance, down
Another
from
opportunity
3.
for Full Sense, this time fully
They got an ult to get over towards the site, and they got an ult for after plant. Wait, this is it's gonna be an interesting round.
I would love to just see Boom immediately
Guys
walk
got a
in towards this
op.
seaside as well, dropping on that lockdown, getting a pit established. If they can do it somewhere.
Well, now they know about
would
it. I'm
be
pretty sure he has a
well worth
backup
its
gun,
weight
so he's gonna
in
throw this
gold.
away, get his normal gun.
A bit of an island here. They're just not going to give into it just yet.
An operator for Famers, by the way.
Wait, is
on
this
the
not a
attacker
backup
side,
gun?
and no defensive
Wait, they
side as
actually
well, so
they have an
it's
off and an
really
Odin on
priority to
attack.
Get in towards this site. Sushi Boys is setting himself
Okay,
up
so this
for
guy's
an
ready
early
to do,
lockdown too, which actually could be disrespected
Can
if
you
Boom wants to.
spam
On
this?
the back of the pop
Because,
from
wait, you
the
could
alarm
spam
bot
this.
and the nanos.
You can spam this with an
Prowler in first
Odin.
to clear.
Wait, I've never
Still,
thought about
you
that.
can get Famers deeper in towards the site. They can start to try and remove this lockdown that now gets
No joke, you
deployed.
can spam that.
You can actually also just drop your own if you want, and that's exactly what they do. A deeper pit will provide Shiro the insurance policy to get on in.
This guy's gonna tank it.
It's going to be such an interesting round, Komodo. They might get a few of these
Oh,
detainees. But
don't need to spam it when we're
he's
doing
in
this,
the
and then this guy gets
detainees.
detained as well.
Going
Holy hell, they
forward
handled this really
inside
well.
the pits. The man, he knows how to fight the good fight.
And you've still got complete mound control for Boom. They know the flank isn't there because of the alarm bot too. They've got this locked on down as he slasher onto John.
He's gone, the big man. 3 versus 5, and Shiro, the thief.
Dude, what
in the
an
night
absolute
will
play
find
this
it
was.
again. The snake will bite, and Famous will continue.
Man, that's nuts, bro. 3 chances. They're back to overtime. CEO's going crazy.
Another overtime.
Yeah,
on
they
this
dealt
map
with
for
this
Boom.
round and
They
handled it
cannot win
really, really
cleanly,
well.
But they cannot
Yeah, I've never
lose
thought
it
about spamming
without
this
giving
because
a
you can
damn
spam
fuss.
back and you can
In the
because you can
words of
spam like
Gary
this and
Onker,
hit the
are you not entertained?
orb, so maybe you could spam back.
What a
Is it because the corner?
performance
Is it
of a
because the
round
floor is
to
like a
come
little bit
through
bigger
from
that you
Boom.
can't
They
spam it
know
back?
the lockdown's gonna be there. They don't get scared by the utility. Shiro puts down the pit. Berserks puts down the lockdown, and they
Dude, that
play
was nuts,
patiently.
man.
They don't immediately try
Odin
and go
guy
to remove
gets the
the
Odin out,
opponent's
of course.
lockdown.
Dude, this guy's
Instead,
gonna have a
they
perma Odin
catch
in all these
Sushi
overtime
Boys
rounds.
in their own. And now we're pushed into another
That's the only
realm of
different gun we've
overtime.
got.
Are Boom gonna actually 3-0 the series that everybody thought was a 5-mapper?
It's had the length, it's had the longevity. Full Sense certainly haven't rolled over and died, Komodo. They are giving it their all, but right now it just may not be enough.
Sushi Boys, as an operator, on the Killjoy here. So there is an extreme premium for him to be hitting a shot at this C site. Getting out of dodge, meanwhile. Nobody over there is giving him an
Oh,
opportunity.
the fake
Berserk
smoke
set
was
his
too
utility
early.
over there,
He gets
and he's just
full
waiting
info.
patiently.
That's a disgusting one way, by the way.
The offense was so strong for Full Sense.
Because you know that they're gonna try time it. Hey, you're just Omen flashing this and then one way and close, right?
Narrowly missing, but the Shrouded Step will get him some safety.
Time to be bought from this toxic screen as well, but you
Okay,
don't want
so
to overstay
on
your
attack,
welcome
they
if you
create
are
the question
Boom.
mark
In full
here.
sense, though,
And then they go
force
back and they
low
want to hit
utility
C,
on out.
hoping
Now,
that everyone's
mentioning what
pivoted
Sushi Boys
over
needed to try and find with this operator, right? Instant
rotate
kill,
wise.
Early utility starting to be popped out, actually. Makes it a bit weaker.
Utility too, yeah, you've seen it.
I think I missed something. Did they Prowler B and it hit no one? Door
Door
opens, that means that Raze rotates. So we've got 2 on site.
He needs Shiro, and Shiro's gone. There is a trade.
Berserks has been the hero before, Komodo. And
Yeah,
he's looking
I
to
mean,
do it
this guy's
again.
been
He's
playing
opened up
great
one,
in the
but
last
now as they
couple
get
of
towards the
rounds.
side, he's going to fall back for the retake.
Operator again for Sushi Boys.
Problem is they know
Remember,
there's a
the
luck
space to full
somewhere.
site to be cleared on out as the plant starts to go down.
Oh, the crosshair placement looking perfect right now, but as that spike falls in, they've got to try and collapse.
If Fox gets one, he gets the rolling thunder.
Sushi Boys!
Oh my god.
Not the weapon you'd be expecting in a retake like this!
Wait,
He
where
wants to
did the op
continue.
appear from?
It's his
I'm so
moment.
confused.
It's his time! The battle of the giants!
Damn, bro.
It's not important!
Give this guy an
It's
op
the
every single
safety
time.
To make it all work.
Holy.
Full Sense in the moment when
was
they
giant,
most
bro.
needed him. Sushi Boy showed up to the plate.
Yeah, that's absolutely ridiculous. But again, it's what I'm saying.
It
right?
is about
When
who
you're
gets
in
to the
that
defense.
situation that you
Wait.
have an operator, especially as
honestly,
Killjoy, you are
there's
pointing
a lot
click
of
territory.
that round's pretty
you
big.
need to make sure you're hitting the shots, and they were so patient in how they deployed their forces back towards this seaside at the end there as well.
Yeah, what
Yeah,
a
I'm surprised
what
this
a
op
monster.
worked.
The utility from
Yeah.
Berserk's force
On
attack
attack. Like,
forced him to
I
be
didn't register
uncomfortable.
until a lot later. Honestly, I didn't
Oh,
register
yeah.
until he got the kill. I swear, I thought it was only an Odin. 'Cause he must have changed his mind about buying this in like the last second.
Yeah. I think it was a last minute buy. But like, I mean, I can see where the op can be good, especially against the traditional comp. It's just that obviously it's not a chamber, so you don't have you can't get away with more.
Yeah, it's
For
risky.
full sense. They start to scale up through towards pillars. It's a different look, but Berserk finds one. A trade. It's John Olsen down.
A good amount of damage. So the Killjoy you're probably going to see just play super passive. The pressure alone is enough. I would be tempted. Is the orb
Not the
here?
right idea of pushing
Oh
it towards
man,
Mounted
this
again,
orb
but
on
he
the
is falling
Killjoy
on
and then a plant.
Meanwhile, Full Sense
Like
rotates
if you got your team to make sure they get all of sight here, that's gonna be super
Harry
tempting.
Potters go low. His team needs to help him sling some spells.
Moving on in now. Already trying to take as much control as possible.
Yeah, okay, they're playing it very, very passive. This is good though. He's just staying alive. This him staying alive is enough pressure.
Problematic for Boom. They've been terrible at holding this side down.
Whoa, big kills.
3 on 3. Spike just planted.
Huge picks there. Even though he goes down, he equalizes right now.
Yeah, and they
there's a
know
moment
that
in
the
time
Killjoy's
where he
low.
can do this. We look back. Berserk's famous NC slasher. They've been so good in this recovery mission to try and take it to overtime again. They're going to hold off for just a split second here. Now the offense comes in. Full sense. They're getting ready for it here. It is going to be all eyes on
They're not
Famous.
expecting the
Locked
guy on
into
the
position.
plant.
Will they clear?
Oh,
Yes, they
he felt like he
will.
had
With
to
those
swing.
nanos, the time's
That's the
gonna
last
start
molly.
ticking. There's a horns available.
Odin
and he
guy.
can just get that spray down. They're going to need to deny him. They're going to need to take him. But what?
Damn.
That's it. It's done.
Damn, even with the Odin spam, they couldn't do it. You managed to get half of an Odin spam going crazy. Dude, what a map this was. Okay, they get one on the board.
He must have been defusing on the very edge, huh?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was watching the Odin spam thinking like, well, they can't be on it. And then I was looking at the top, seeing the bar moving, thinking like,
Yeah.
the turn off of X-ray, that was really good.
Yeah, no, that was really good. But damn, I thought for sure he gets the kill.
Not rolling over.